So, when we talk about AI, every company out there is really facing a fundamental choice, right? Do you use this incredible technology to chase shareholder value, by cutting costs? Or do you use it to create amazing customer value by building stronger relationships? Today, we're going to dive into the real world consequences of that choice, because it turns out it can literally make or break a company. All right, so just as a heads up, this is part 9 of our 10-part series digging into this stuff. We're really focusing on what happens when these AI strategies hit the real world. And hey, if you want the whole story, the full deep dive research report is linked right down in the description for you. Okay, so we've spent a lot of time on the theory, right? But the question is, what actually happens when the rubber meets the road? When these big AI strategies get put to the test in the real world? Well, let's find out. First up, we've got a fascinating head-to-head comparison. In one corner, a shareholder-focused retail bank, and in the other, a customer-focused healthcare system. We're talking two totally different industries with two radically different ways of using AI. So the bank, they went all in on automation. And look, their goal was super clear: slash operating expenses and get rid of about 8,000 jobs, all to make the numbers look fantastic for Wall Street. And you know what? At first, it totally worked. I mean, they saw a massive 6-point jump in their operating margins in just the first 2 years. The efficiency gains were absolutely real. And Wall Street? Oh, they absolutely loved it. The bank's stock price rocketed up by 35% in just the first 18 months. I mean, on paper, this looked like a total home run. But after about 2 years, that's when the story really starts to change. Those amazing short-term gains, they started to uncover some really nasty long-term costs that were hiding right below the surface. First, the customers. Their satisfaction scores just fell off a cliff. We're talking a staggering 15-point drop. Real people with real problems were getting stuck in these frustrating, endless loops with chatbots. And of course, unhappy customers, they vote with their feet. The result was a 75% spike in the number of customers leaving each year. And the worst part? It was their best, most valuable clients leading the charge out the door. And this wasn't just an external problem. Inside the bank, a total collapse of morale. Employee engagement scores cratered, down 24 points, as the people left behind had to deal with heavier workloads, all while watching their friends and colleagues get replaced by software. Okay, so that's one story. Now, let's flip the script and look at the complete opposite approach. A huge healthcare system decided to go down a different path. They focused on enhancing their caregivers' abilities, not replacing them. Their key metric wasn't the operating margin, it was patient outcomes. So what they did was, they brought in AI to give their doctors and nurses, superpowers, basically. Better clinical decision support, tools that could predict problems before they happened. And yeah, they took a hit on their margins at first to pay for the tech, and, this is so important, to pay for tons of training for their staff. And the payoff? Patient satisfaction scores went through the roof, soaring by 15 points. It put them right at the top of the entire industry. You see, patients can feel the difference when their caregivers are empowered by technology instead of being replaced by it. And hey, this wasn't just some feel-good story. It hit the bottom line, big time. By the 5th year, this patient-first approach led to a 32% growth in absolute profit. Why? Because they had higher revenue and incredibly deep patient loyalty. So, was that just a fluke? A one-off? Let's find out. For our next matchup, we're going to look at 2 more industries that are right there on the front lines with consumers: a national telecom provider versus a specialty retailer. And you're going to see a familiar story here. The telecom company, they basically copied the bank's playbook. They saw customer service as just a cost to be cut, so they rolled out AI to wipe out 7,000 call center jobs and save a few $100 million. But the consequences were wow. Customer churn, that's the rate people cancel their service, spiked by over 60%. Now that might not sound like a lot, but it meant they were losing an extra 500,000 customers every single year. It absolutely crippled their revenue. But the retailer, they went a completely different direction. They looked at AI and thought, how can we make our people better at their jobs? They gave their sales associates these cool AI-powered tools on mobile devices that turned them into personal shoppers, giving them instant access to a customer's history and preferences. And the payoff for investing in their people was just incredible. Without cutting a single job, this retailer grew its absolute profit by 42% and started stealing major market share from their competitors. So when you step back and look at all these stories together, you start to see this incredibly clear, almost predictable pattern emerge. These two paths, they don't just end up in different places, they split apart in a very specific way over time. Let's just walk through this timeline because it's really telling. In the first year or two, that shareholder-focused path, it looks like the obvious winner. The financials look amazing. But then you hit this inflection point, usually around year 3. That's when the customer churn really starts to bite and revenue starts to slide. And meanwhile, those customer-focused companies, the ones that took the early financial hit, they start to see their investment pay off. And it leads to this superior, sustainable growth for the long haul. So, what's the bottom line here? It's pretty stark when you lay it all out. The shareholder path, it gives you this short-term sugar rush, but it comes at the cost of your company's long-term health. The customer path, yeah, it requires more patience, but it builds a real foundation for lasting success, with loyal customers and, just as important, a happy, thriving workforce. And that really brings us to the final and I think most important question. This isn't just about what software to buy or what model to deploy. When a company chooses its AI path, it is making a fundamental decision about the kind of future it wants to build for its investors, for its customers, and for its own people. So the question is, which one of those futures is built to last?